Welcome everyone to McAllen Unplugged Rec Talk. I am Jesse Franco along with our Superintendent of Athletics, Bobbie Cantu. Welcome to our team. Bobbie has just started with us. She's our newest member to our Parks and Recreation Department. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me here.
So tell me your background. Where you come from? Where did you come from? How did you get into athletics?
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up here in the Valley from Westlake, Texas originally. And then I went to school at A&M, studied sport management. Yeah, studied sport management. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in sport management and a minor in business. And so I've been playing tennis since I was 4.
Okay.
I think that's kind of when I was exposed to the world of athletics. It kind of helps too. My dad's a coach, so I've kind of been exposed to that world as well.
Awesome.
And then studying it in college, I kind of just fell in love even more deeply into it. And then fortunately enough, I was able to work for Parks and Recreation for College Station, where A&M is at. And so ran athletics there for quite a few years, and so now I'm back here in the Valley.
Awesome. So one of the things that is going on right now with obviously what's going on around the world is we're starting to gradually bring back our sports, our youth sports, adult sports. Tell me a little bit about that. Right now we currently have leagues going on. What kind of leagues are happening? How can I be participate in those leagues? Do you have any information for the public out there?
Yeah, so currently right now we have 3 leagues going on: adult softball, adult kickball, and adult flag football. And so they've started as of last week, and they'll run until at least the end of April for the spring season, and then we'll start the summer season hopefully end of May. And for those leagues, you can register at our Parks and Recreation offices. And so that is a team registration, and so you sign up as a team, you pay your designated fee,
Gotcha.
Fill out your team application, and then if you have any other team members who aren't part of a team or just someone who doesn't have a team or just wants to play, we do have the option for those as a free agent, we call them.
Okay.
So anyone wanting to join a team, you can sign up as a free agent on our website. It's teamsideline.com/McAllen. From there, we'll send out the free agent list to teams, and then from there, teams can pick up a player if they're in need of an extra player. That's not always guaranteed, but we do have options for teams, and then those who aren't a part of a team to play.
Get on one.
So yeah, and the goal is for everyone to have fun out there. And so it's a recreational program, so we're just shooting for teams to sign up, come on, have fun.
So you don't have scouts out there?
Yeah, we don't have scouts out there.
Okay, cool.
No, yeah, it's we don't have any requirements for skill level or anything. Just as long as you have a team, you can sign up. And
adult
play.
league, as long as you're 18 and up.
Yes, 18 and up.
You're able to be a free agent, so
Yeah.
you're able to get into a team no matter how
Yeah.
good or bad you think you are. So sign up. We're going to go ahead and put the link down below. All that information will be posted as well. Now, what about for youth? I know we have youth programs. One of our biggest, our biggest program that we've had in the summer was our Gates of Texas, Taft, and so on. Do we have anything currently right now going on for that?
We do. So we do have 2 Taft youth programs going on. So we have Taft tennis and then Taft track and field, and they are just currently practicing. They aren't doing any tournaments or any meets or anything like that. They're just going on and practicing. Staying active,
okay.
Keeping their muscles warm and everything, just going out and having fun, obviously in a safe way.
Right.
We are limiting registration numbers and having smaller class sizes, spacing them out more frequently. But there is an option for tap, track, and tennis, and that is on weeknights going on right now. And so we have session 2 that's just begun. Session 3 will begin shortly too as well. And all the information can be found on our Parks website, and then you can come by the office too as well, or contact myself.
Awesome. Now, one of the big questions we're constantly getting is, can we host tournaments? Are there fields available for us to host a tournament? Are we allowed to host tournaments? Can you give us a little inside scoop? I'm someone that wants to have a tournament of one kind. Are we doing that here in our department?
We are. So we have just opened up our facilities for tournament rentals as of the new year. And for that one, we are just requiring that tournament directors submit insurance and then their COVID policies, as long as they align with our COVID policies. And so it's just ensuring that they follow all of our rules. And so the biggest ones are wearing a mask, obviously, at all times. And then keeping 6 feet social distance too as well.
And keep in mind, you know, we're going through the state's guidelines, so those could always change. One of the concerns or one of the topics, you know, we had is we're going to throw a tournament. Are we allowed to sell concession? I know it's a big, you know, attention grabber. Is that still happening, or is that not allowed?
That is allowed. So that one is on, if you have a tournament, you have to pay an extra fee. So concessions usually range from 100 to 150. It just depends on what facility you're using and everything, but that will range. But it is allowed, so long as all of the food is prepackaged and sealed, so we can't have anything open, so like nachos or stuff like that. All of it must be packaged and sealed.
And that would require them not to have a health permit, or they need a food handler's permit?
Correct. They wouldn't need a food handler. Yeah.
Awesome.
So they can sell concessions on their own. It's just an extra fee that's added per day for their rental, and then just having the food prepackaged and sealed, and then ensuring that people who are handling it wear gloves and masks too as well. So we'll be monitoring that too as well to the best of our ability.
So what fields right now are currently utilized, or which is any field available for rental? Or?
So we have certain fields for tournaments and certain fields for practices. So our big tournament facilities would be Westside Park, Los Encinos Park, McAllen Youth Baseball Complex, Municipal Softball Complex, and then McAllen Sports Park. So those are more tailored to tournaments, just because their capacity size can hold more. They have concessions, restrooms, they have all the amenities. And so those are really tailored towards tournaments specifically. And so those have a different pricing. And then we have fields available for practice too as well. So those would be Los Encinos and Palomino Ball Field, McAuliffe. We have Jackson, Escandon, Springfest, Westside, Cascade, and Suarez. So those would be just practice. And again, all these are listed on the website, or they can reach out to myself too as well for more pricing details and reservation details.
Now we do also have open space land. We do have, you know, for instance, I know McAuliffe Park is, you know, very well known to have practice out there for the public. You know, different types of smaller parks also have, you know, private practices, or, you know, open for the public, or different leagues. We're going to talk to Izzy later on, you know, about field maintenance. When we're open at 100% capacity, I mean, our fields and our leagues are utilized from in and out, Monday all the way through Sunday, especially with tournaments and all that. So we're here for you, the community. We're excited to say that we are making things happen to make that feeling come back to life, you know. We're very excited for hopefully to have Taft once again to have our programs up and going. I mean, we're talking about youth soccer, we're talking about golf, swimming, I mean, help me out, boxing, track and field is the bread and butter.
That's the biggest one.
I mean, you name it, we've held into Texas here. We've gone to different places. We've gone to Corpus, College Station, Galveston. So we are excited to let you all know that we are gradually going back to our regular schedule as far as open facilities. Is there anything that you would like to talk about, you know, as far as the field tournaments? I mean, I guess the main thing is to follow us on Facebook, follow us on social media, look at our website. Every information that we have that we discuss, we're going to be posting the link there. And we want you to know that it is available for rental. Right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And we're doing our best to enforce safety, to ensure everyone is safe and feeling comfortable out there.
Right. And once everything's going, you know, ahead, you know, once we start opening it up more, we're also going to do basketball, right? We also have basketball leagues. We have volleyball leagues as well too.
Yes,
those are indoor sports, right?
That's our hope. So right now our indoor sports are kind of on hold.
Right.
But the hope is to hopefully by the summer to be back to some kind of normalcy. But that could all change, obviously.
So we basically have it all. We have everything, you know. And then not only that, but our evening classes too. You know, like Bob was saying, we have track and field, but in our community centers we also have small type of introduced courses such as soccer. We've had tennis, we've had softball, baseball, and they're the basic, I guess, coordinations that your kids might be into before they jump into any type of leagues or fun recreational. Bobbie, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're part of the team. You're able to explain to not only me, but the community that we have so many questions out there. And I'm glad you're on
Thank you.
our show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Next up, we're going to talk to Izzy Salinas, who is our parks field maintenance. Izzy and Bobbie actually work hand in hand daily. They're in charge of preparing, coordinating, and implementing everything when it comes dealing to leagues, fields, maintenance. We just had a horrible winter storm that killed pretty much everyone's yard and fields. So I know Izzy's going to talk about that. We're going to talk about irrigation, what we can do to help your yard, help your front yard look as beautiful as ours here in the city. So thank you all. We'll be back after these messages.
Are you having a birthday drive-by parade? Rec Squad wants to join in on the fun by getting a personal invite from you. That's right. Invite us to join in with your family and friends while we make some noise by blasting our music, honking our horn, all to celebrate you on your special day. Simply message us through Facebook with the date, time, and location. If you're selected, we'll reach out to you to finalize all details needed to join in on your drive-by parade. Each birthday boy or girl will receive a special gift from Rec Squad. You'll be able to show off to your friends that Rec Squad came to your birthday drive-by parade. So don't delay, send us that invite today. Can't wait to see you at your birthday drive-by parade.
Welcome back, everyone. I am proud to introduce one of our parks members here, Isidro Salinas. He is our athletics maintenance park supervisor. Izzy, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you
So,
for having me.
first question that I really want to ask for is, what is it that you do for the parks?
I do take care of a lot of the ball parks area. 5 complexes, 40 fields around McAllen. I have 20 staff under me, and we also do take care of the tournaments, games, and practice fields that we have for the weekend and during the week.
So, and with all these fields, obviously, you're always preparing, you're always maintaining. That's something that's going on Monday through Sunday.
Yes.
You just mentioned you're doing tournaments. You do. There's leagues. I mean, we are very known of having a lot of leagues. You know, we've had softball, we've had soccer tournaments, baseball tournaments. What is a typical schedule for your guys? You said you have about 20 personnel?
20 people under
What
me.
is a typical schedule, daily operations for them?
Pretty much was every daily work. We do the maintenance pretty much all week, prep for the whole week. Fridays we pretty much stripe, because pretty much on the weekends we have the tournaments. So
Okay.
pretty much all week, every day.
And your typical preparation would be adding, pesticides, adding, things for insects, and for also grubs underneath the soil, stuff like that, or
Correct.
what does
Correct.
it consist of?
Yes, pretty much. It varies with seasons. Like I do have a yearly schedule plan. Starting with air fighting, throwing fertilizer as well, also seeding, and like at the end of the year, pretty much like in October, we do the pre-emerge for the getting ready for the winter
leagues. Okay.
Winter weeks, yes. So yeah, that's pretty much a yearly thing that we do. Yes.
Great. So I know that in this summer we have awful hot, humid weather. Not only that, but when we have our leagues, specifically baseball tournaments, softball tournaments, there's a lot of wear and tear when it comes to our fields. However, somehow McAllen's very known for keeping those fields green. How often do we water? How often do you guys water those fields?
Well, yes, I know we're trying to conserve water all the time, yes. But yes, we do have to water every other day. And since we have a lot of playing fields, a lot of high traffic on those fields, yes, we do have to water. But we also try to aerate. That will help out to keep the water more in the fields.
Okay, so we do some aeration, tilling, stuff like that?
Yes,
to get that?
yes.
Okay, now, I know as a homeowner, I always want my yard, especially in the front, to look green, great, wonderful. What kind of tips can you give to homeowners, when they say, hey, I want my house to look like that? Right now, we just went through a really bad weather freeze. Basically my yard is brown. I have even considered spray painting it green. What can I do to make it alive? What's the process that I can do to start getting back that green color that a lot of us had, a consistency of irrigation? Well, do you have any recommendations?
Well, right now, like in our fields, yes, we did have a big impact in McAllen, right, on a lot of areas. In our fields, what we're doing, we're cutting our playing grounds short to keep it, and then also water. So we're cutting the grass shorter than we used to.
Now, do you recommend cutting it short right away, or you want to kind of start off at like a 4-inch, then gradually drop down to a 3 to 2 inch? Or is it one of those myths where you cut real short and you can possibly kill your yard? Or what would be the best recommendation for
right now? It's just a little bit short,
okay.
Not all the way down, and just to take some of the dry area on top,
okay,
and then water.
So when I mow my yard, I know I shouldn't go all the way down to 1 inch or 2 inches. Do I do that gradually, or should I just mow at a consistency, or what is it that I'm looking for when I'm mowing my yard?
Yes, well, pretty much just try to mow the top area, the dry spot, go a little bit lower, but do start watering your grass. Not a lot of water, but do start watering your yard a lot.
Okay.
Again.
And when you mention water, I've heard so many different types of watering. You can do twice out of the day, in the mornings because it's fresh, in the evening, overnight. I've even heard infrequent flooding, where you just flood it, let it settle so you can penetrate the roots. What's the best recommendation that you've seen, or that could probably help out, home residents at home?
Okay, one, do not water like late at night, or at night, because the water tends to stay longer in your yard and it will create fungus in your yard.
You hear that? Recommendation: do not water overnight. The humidity that we have here in Texas will actually create fungus.
Yes.
So recommendation number 1: do not water at night. Okay.
Try and water like before the sun comes up, so you can give
Preferably
it
in the morning.
time.
Okay.
Give it time to the water to dissipate, and that would be probably your best bet.
How about during the day? Is something really not?
During the day, when the sun is at high peak, it's not recommended to water.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you all for being here today. Make sure you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, McAllen Unplugged. I'm your host, Jesse Franco with Rec Talk. We'll see you next time. Be safe, have fun, and we'll see you